Hello, children. With the help of a funny story today, we will learn addition and subtraction of numbers. Appu once asked Bunny to rear his sheep. Appu had a total of 568 sheep. A week later, when Bunny returned in the evening with the sheep, Appu found that 127 sheep were missing. When Appu asked Bunny about those 127 missing sheep, Bunny told him that a wolf came daily to the mountain area where he took the sheep to graze, and the wolf ate 127 sheep in a week. Appu is wondering how many sheep he is now left with. Can you help Appu find how many sheep are left with him? To know the number of sheep left with Appu, we will subtract 127 sheep from 568 sheep. We will write 568 and 127 this way using 100, 10 and 1 digit places like this in the place value chart. What should we do now? On subtracting the digits 8 and 7 in the ones place, we get 1. What do we do next? Absolutely correct. From 6 tens, subtract 2 tens and we get 4 tens. And finally, when we subtract 100 from 500s, what do we get? 400s. As we had calculated, Appu now has 441 sheep left with him. Appu gave Bunny his 441 sheep to graze again. Bunny returned after a week with Appu's sheep. This time again Appu felt the number of sheep were less. When Appu counted, he found that this time there were 135 sheep less. Upon asking Bunny the reason, he again gave the same story of the wolf. Appu was sad and now he was wondering how many sheep he is left with. Can you again help Appu calculate? To find out the total number of sheep lost, we will add the number of sheep went missing the first time to the number of sheep missing the second time, that is 135 and 127. What do we have to do first? Yes, by adding 7 ones to 5 ones, we get 12 ones. How will we write 12 ones? That's correct. Using the carryover method, 10 tokens of 1 can be written as 1 token of 10 as 1 in the tens place. And now how many tokens are left with us? 2 tokens of 1. Now how many tens do we have? 6 tens. Now on adding all the hundreds, what do we get? 200s. Appu lost a total of 262 sheep. This time, Appu asked Bunny to come a week later to take the sheep. That week, Appu went to the market. There he saw one of his sheep with Gaggu. Only Appu had one and only black sheep in the entire village. So, he quickly recognized it. Upon asking Gaggu, Appu got to know that he had bought the sheep from Bunny. Now Appu came to know that his sheep were not eaten by any wolf, Rather, Bunny was selling his sheep in the market for a good price. Next week, when Bunny came to take the sheep, Appu hid amongst the sheep. Appu caught him red-handed as soon as Bunny came to the market to sell the sheep. Bunny apologized to Appu and returned all the money he got by selling his sheep. Children, today in this lesson, we learned an easy method of adding and subtracting of numbers. We will see few more interesting examples in the next lesson. We learned an easy method of addition and subtraction of numbers. In this lesson, we will see some interesting examples of the same. All the traders of the village used to visit the city often to sell their goods. On the way to the city, the sun was very harsh and there was only one tree on the entire route. All the traders would rest in the shade of this tree and then walk towards the city. One day, Appu was going to the city with 250 boxes of sweets from his shop. Like all the traders, he slept in the shade of the tree to take some rest. When Appu woke up, he saw that he now had only 31 boxes of sweets. When he looked up, he saw that there were lots of monkeys on the tree eating sweets from his boxes. Earlier, Appu had 250 boxes of sweets and now he has only 31 boxes of sweets. Can you tell how many boxes of Appu's sweets were taken by the monkeys? How do we find out the number of boxes the monkeys had taken? We need to subtract the number of boxes Appu was carrying with him from the number of boxes left with Appu. We will write 250 and 31 using 100, 10 and 1-digit places in the place value chart. Is this correct, children? We have 0 ones. Can we subtract 1 from 0? No. What do we have to do now? Absolutely right. To find a solution to this, we will use the borrowing method we learned in the previous lesson. We will borrow 1 tens out of 5 tens. Now we have 10 ones and 4 tens. If we subtract 1 ones from 10 ones, how many remains? 9 ones. If we subtract 3 tens from 4 tens, how many tens remain? 1 ten. And finally, subtract 0 from 200. Then what do we get? 200. The monkeys took Appu's 219 sweet boxes. Babban was very clever. He had heard from the villagers about the mischief of the monkeys and had thought of a plan. The next day, Babban took a few hats and set out towards the city. He deliberately slept under the same tree. When he woke up, he realized some of his hats were missing. He looked up to see the monkeys were wearing his 115 hats and he had 208 hats left with him. Can you tell how many hats did Babban have with him earlier? Well done, children. You have solved it correctly. Here we have used the method of addition. Babban previously had a total of 323 hats with him. Babban now put his plan into action. He knew that the monkeys would surely imitate whatever he does. So he took off his hat and threw it on the ground. Babban's plan worked. Whatever he thought, it happened. Seeing Babban throwing his hat on the ground, the monkeys also threw their hats on the ground. Babban immediately collected all the hats and proceeded towards the city. Thus, Babban taught the monkeys a good lesson. From that day, the monkeys never bothered anyone. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some more interesting examples of addition and subtraction of numbers. In the next lesson, we will learn some interesting facts about it. Children, in the last lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of addition and subtraction of numbers. In this lesson, we will cover some common mistakes related to this. In the village, anyone who has any doubt in mathematics goes straight to Uncle. Today, Golu Panda also reached out to Uncle with a doubt. Golu Panda is telling Uncle that today morning Babban came to his dairy to get milk. He gave Golu rupees 192 and Golu was to take rupees 65 from him. Golu could not find out how much money he would have to return to Babban. Golu had written the question like this. Golu dear, you have written this question wrong. While subtracting numbers, we always have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number. To show this, we write the larger number above the smaller number. Here the larger number is 192 and the smaller number is 65. So, we will write your question this way. Now we can solve this very easily using the method of subtraction. Uncle explained to Golu. Children, can you solve this? Well done, children. You have solved it correctly. Babban has to return an amount of rupees 127. Golu was very happy. Children, can you tell which of these additions is correct? Yes, you got it right. This addition is correct. But why is this wrong? Absolutely right. Here, while writing a two-digit number 32, we have written the digits in the wrong place. In which place should we write 3 of 32? Tens. And 2? Exactly, in the ones place. Children, remember, while writing any number, you must take extra care to write its digits in the correct place. Golu understood his mistakes and is happy to finally solve it. He promised Uncle not to repeat those mistakes while adding and subtracting numbers. Children, we hope that you too will not make these mistakes. In this lesson, we saw a few common mistakes related to addition and subtraction of numbers. Children, in this lesson, we will learn the process of subtraction of two-digit numbers by arranging them vertically. One day, Duck Uncle asked Golu to deliver 78 laddus in a basket to Tufan Turtle in another village. Golu ate 21 laddus. Now, how many laddus were left for Tufan? Children, can you tell how many laddus are left in the basket now? To find out the remaining laddus in the basket, we have to use the subtraction process. Come, let us do this subtraction by writing the numbers vertically. So children, what will we do first? Yes! First, we will arrange both the numbers in this way as tens and ones. Now, from 8 ones of 78, we will subtract 1 ones of 21. We are left with 7 ones. Now, if we remove 2 tens from 7 tens, then how many tens will be left? Absolutely correct. 5 tens. So now, how many laddus are left in the basket? Yes, 57 laddus are left in the basket. After going a little further, Golu saw Babban's ice cream stall. Golu again felt greedy. He told Babban that he had no money for ice cream, but he would give him 38 laddus in exchange for 10 ice creams. Babban agreed immediately, and he gave 10 ice creams to Golu in exchange for 38 laddus. Children, can you tell how many laddus are left in the basket now? To know this, we will have to subtract 38 from 57. Children, can we subtract 8 ones from 7 ones? No. So what do we do now? Now we will borrow 1 tens from 5 tens, and we will add 10 ones to 7 ones. By doing this, how many total ones and how many tens do we have? 17 ones and 4 tens. Now if we subtract 8 ones from 17 ones, we get 9 ones. After removing 3 tens from 4 tens, how many tens are left? Absolutely correct, 1 ten. Now there were only 19 laddus left in Golu's basket. Golu finally reached Tufan Turtle with 19 laddus. Upon opening the basket, when Tufan found only 19 laddus in place of 78 laddus, he told Golu that Badbole uncle had asked him to give a colorful new hat for Golu in exchange for 78 laddus. But because there were only 19 laddus left in the basket, he would not give the new hat to him. Golu returned home feeling disappointed and kept cursing himself on the way for being so greedy. Children, in this lesson, we learn the process of subtraction by writing 2-digit numbers vertically. Children, in the previous lesson, we learned the process of subtraction by writing 2-digit numbers vertically. In this lesson, we will look at interesting examples related to this. 2 birds saw Tufan Turtle thirsty near the pond below. The birds were determined to help him. They caught a wooden stick between them and told Tufan that they would drop him to the other pond. The only condition they had was that Tufan would not say anything all through the way, or else he would fall down. They had to travel a long distance, and birds thought that they would ask each other puzzles. One bird asked another, "I have 79 pearls, and I gave you 48 pearls, then how many pearls are left with me?" Tell me, children, how will the bird solve this puzzle? Yes, to know the number of pearls left, the bird must subtract 48 beads out of 79 beads. Now, if we remove 8 ones from 9 ones, then how many ones are left? 1 ones. Now, if we subtract 4 tens from 7 tens, then 3 tens are left. So how many pearls are left with the bird now? Yes, now 31 pearls are left with the bird. Well done, children. Both the bird and you have answered it correctly. Now it was the turn of the second bird. This was the second puzzle. If Bhola read 27 pages of a book and Sher Khan read 52 pages of the same book, then can you tell me who read more pages and by how many? Children, can you tell me who read more pages? Yes, Sher Khan read more pages than Bhola. Now, how will we find out that how many more pages did Sher Khan read? Subtract 27 out of 52. Now, can we subtract 7 ones from 2 ones? Now, how will we do this? We will borrow 1 tens from 5 tens. Now, how do we write this? We will show it like this by striking off 5 tens and writing 4 tens in its place. And we will add 10 ones to 2 ones like this. So now, how many ones do we have? 12 ones. Now subtracting 7 ones from 12 ones is 5 ones. And subtracting 2 tens from 4 tens is how many tens? 2 tens. So how many more pages did Sher Khan read than Bhola? Absolutely correct. 25 pages. Just like you, the bird has also answered the puzzle correctly. Now the first bird asked one last puzzle. What is the number I have to subtract from 63 to get 44? The second bird was unable to find the answer to this puzzle. Upon seeing this, Tufan thought that he could show the birds that he is more intelligent than them. He immediately said, 19. As soon as Tufan opened his mouth to answer, the poor fellow fell straight down from the sky. Children, you also try to find out the answer to this puzzle and see if Tufan's answer was correct or not. Children, in this lesson, we saw some interesting examples of subtraction of 2-digit numbers by arranging them vertically. In this lesson, we will see some common mistakes related to subtraction of 2-digit numbers by vertical arrangement. Champapur is hosting a contest called Who Will Be the Cleverest? The last 2 questions are left and there is a tie between Chanda and Sher Khan. Come, let's see which question is being asked right now. I will show you a question and you have to answer it in 30 seconds. Are you both ready? So here comes your question. Babban said to Sher Khan and Chanda. Chanda and Sher Khan started thinking. The allotted time ended and Chanda and Sher Khan wrote their answers in this way. Children, can you tell whose answer is correct? Let us first see Chanda's answer. Can you tell us if this answer is right or wrong? Absolutely correct. Chanda's answer is wrong. While subtracting, Chanda subtracted 3 ones of 33 from 7 ones of 17. Is this the correct procedure? While subtracting, we should subtract the digit of the smaller number from the digit of the larger number. Did Chanda do this while subtracting? Chanda subtracted the bigger number from the smaller number. That's why Chanda's answer is wrong. Now let us look at Sher Khan's answer. Can we subtract 7 ones of 17 from 3 ones of 33? No, So what do we do now? Yes, we will have to borrow 1/10 from 3/10 of 33. Now how many ones do we have? 13 ones. Now this is very easy. If we remove 7 ones out of 13 ones, then we have 6 ones left. And by removing 1/10 from 2/10, we will be left with 1/10. Sher Khan has also written his answer like this. So his answer is absolutely correct. Now Sher Khan is ahead of Chanda by 1 point. Let's see what is the last question of the competition. Fill in the numbers in the blank space. You have 30 seconds for this, Babban said to Chanda and Sher Khan. Children, can you solve this question? Come, let us do it together. Can we write this question in a different manner? Yes, we can write this question in this way also. We can write any such subtraction question as an addition question like this. Now, can you solve this question on addition? Well done, children. You have solved it correctly. Thus, the number to fill in the blank space is 56. Chanda kept thinking, and Sher Khan wrote the answer to the question correctly just as you did. Sher Khan, who is now 2 points ahead of Chanda, has won the competition. Children, in this lesson, we saw some common mistakes while doing subtraction of 2-digit numbers by vertical arrangement. Children, we have learned a lot of methods for adding numbers so far. In this lesson, we will learn to add mentally. Long time ago, there was a famine in the village. Everyone was suffering from hunger. Then one day, suddenly a vine appeared in the middle of the village. The vine was very thick and tall. It was going so high that it was going high above the sky. There was something special about this vine. A math puzzle was written on each of its leaves. Many people tried to climb the vine, but every time they slipped and fell down. Then Meenu got an idea. She saw a puzzle written on the leaf of the vine. This was the puzzle written on the leaf. Children, can you find the answer to this puzzle mentally? Yes, using the method of addition we have learned, we can solve this quickly. First, we will add 3 to 25. We get 28. Now if we add 28 to 30, we get 58. See how quickly we solved it. Like what we did, Meenu too solved this riddle in her mind and wrote the answer 58 with her finger on the vine leaf. As soon as she wrote the answer to the puzzle, the vine became shorter as it sunk into the ground. The next puzzle was something like this. Uncle quickly found the answer to the puzzle this way. 0 by adding 01 and 01. 0 adding 010 and 010. At the end, 500 added to 200 became 700. Children, remember, if any two 3-digit numbers are to be added, we have only 0 place of 10 and 1. We can quickly find the solution to that addition by adding two numbers written in the hundreds place and adding 2 zeros behind it. Like what Meenu did, Uncle too wrote the answer to the riddle 700 on the vine leaf with his finger. And then again, the vine sunk into the ground and got shorter. Babban started solving the next riddle after seeing Uncle and Meenu doing this. This was the next puzzle. Children, can you find an easy way to solve this puzzle quickly? Come, let's do it together. We can write 128 as the addition of two numbers, 28 and 100. Now with the same process we just learned, we can write 700 by adding 100 and 600. Now it's very easy. If you add 28 to 700, you get 728. Babban wrote 728 as the answer on the vine leaf, and the vine got smaller by sinking down even further. Now there are only 3 puzzles left on the vine. Can you solve these 3 riddles in your mind and help the villagers see what is hidden in the vine? Very good, children. You have solved this very quickly. As soon as the villagers wrote all the answers to the riddles, the vine penetrated into the ground completely. There was a basket filled with lots of eatables just above the vine. The villagers were very happy to see this basket. The villagers got together and ate the eatables which were in the basket, exactly the same way as they had gathered together to find solutions to all the riddles. We saw how we can easily add numbers mentally by breaking the digits and adding them in a different way. In the next lesson, we will see some more interesting examples of this. Kids, you are having fun doing mental math, right? Let us look at some more interesting examples of addition and subtraction in this lesson. Raju and Bablu were given glasses by Jeev as gifts. Now Raju and Bablu are wearing these glasses to see what is unique about these glasses. First, Raju and Bablu reached the shop where Sher Khan is selling eggs. There they saw that Sher Khan had 30 yellow eggs and 120 white eggs. When Raju put on his glasses, he saw such a pair. There were a total of 150 eggs. By adding 120 white eggs to 30 yellow eggs, Raju started jumping with joy. Now Bablu put on his glasses and looked at the eggs, and he saw such a pair. On adding 30 yellow eggs and 120 white eggs, he got a total of 150 eggs. Now Bablu is also happily dancing. Raju and Bablu wrote down the addition on a paper as it appeared to them in their glasses. Raju and Bablu are surprised how their glasses showed the same addition in 2 different ways. Are both of these additions correct? We can write the sum of 120 and 30 by adding 30 to 120. We can write in either of these 2 ways. In this way, the additions seen in both Raju and Bablu's glasses are perfectly correct. Raju and Bablu got excited. They now decide to visit Babban's lemonade stall. There were a total of 42 lemons, out of which Babban used 12 lemons. Now Babban has a total of 30 lemons left. This time first, Bablu looked at the Babban's stall with his glasses, and he saw such a subtraction. Out of 42 lemons, 12 used limes were subtracted, and which leaves him with 30 lemons. Now Raju looked at the stall with his glasses and saw this addition. If you add 12 used lemons to 30 of the remaining lemons, then you will get a total of 42 lemons. Are both equations seen by Raju and Bablu through their glasses correct? Yes, just as we can add numbers in two different ways, we can perform subtraction using addition as we just did. Isn't it fun? Now Raju and Bablu went to the Appu Elephant's sweet shop. This time, Raju and Bablu looked at Appu's sweet shop together with their glasses. But Raju looked towards Laddu and Bablu looked towards the Barfi. Children, can you fill these tables using the numbers and symbols above them? Well done, children. You have written the correct answers in this table. Raju and Bablu roamed many places and enjoyed using their glasses. You too can enjoy math using these methods of addition and subtraction. Children, in this video, we have seen some more interesting examples of performing addition and subtraction mentally. Children, we will look at some puzzles related to addition and subtraction. This is addition and this is subtraction. One day, while walking, addition and subtraction reached a mysterious village. Here, there was a puzzle written on every house. Addition and subtraction are tired after roaming in the hot, burning sun. They think that they should go to one of the houses and take some rest. They are standing in front of a house, but the door of the house is closed. This puzzle is written on the roof of the house. In this village, 25 houses are of yellow color and 20 houses are of blue color. How many houses are there in the village? First, subtraction tried to enter the house. He tried very hard, but that did not open. Now, addition just went near the door. And look what happened! The door opened on its own. Children, can you tell why this must have happened? Does this have any relation with the puzzle written on this house? Yes, children, you guessed it right. We have to find the total number of houses in the village in the puzzle written on the house. To do this, we have to add the number of yellow houses 25 to the number of blue houses 20. As we need to make use of addition here, therefore, addition could easily enter this house. Children, whenever we have to find the total sum of numbers, then we make use of the process of addition. Addition and subtraction took rest in the house and again started roaming in the village. This time, they went and stood in front of a park. Addition and subtraction want to go and play in the park, but the gate of the park is closed and a puzzle is written on it too. Come, let's see what the puzzle is written on the gate of the park. This puzzle is written on the gate of the park. Here, there are 75 rose plants and 32 marigold plants. How much more are the rose plants there than the marigold plants? Yes, children, you are guessing it right. To solve the puzzle written on the gate of the park, we need to subtract the number of rose plants 75 and the number of marigold plants 32. We have to use which method here? Subtraction. Therefore, the park gate opened easily by subtraction. Children, whenever we have to find the difference between the number of two objects, then we use subtraction. Addition and subtraction had lot of fun in the park. Children, in this lesson, we saw some puzzles related to addition and subtraction. We will see some more interesting examples of this in the next two lessons. In this lesson, we will learn when to use addition or subtraction in a puzzle. Today, Gaggu is conducting a magic show in the village. First magic has begun. He has kept in a flower vase 70 yellow flowers. Then he covered the vase with a cloth and swung his magic wand over it. When Gaggu removed the cloth from over the vase, along with 70 yellow flowers, there were 28 blue flowers too. Everyone was surprised how Gaggu did this magic. They clapped really hard. In the flower vase earlier, there were 70 yellow flowers. Now, in the flower vase, there are 28 flowers more. Now, how many total flowers there are in the vase? Children, can you tell that in this question, we will use addition or subtraction? In this question, we have to find the total number of flowers. Whenever we need to find the total number of things, we make use of addition. Therefore, in this question also, we will use addition. In 70, if we add 28, what is the total? 98. Yes, now there are 98 flowers in the vase. Babban was enjoying Gaggu's magic, but he felt that Gaggu was making a fool of them. Therefore, Babban hid behind the stage before the start of Gaggu's next trick. Gaggu began showing his third magic. First, he released 125 pink balloons in the air. Now he swung his magic wand in the air, and there appeared 250 more blue balloons. Everyone started clapping happily and excitedly. At first, there were 125 pink balloons on the stage. Now there are additional 250 blue balloons with them. Which balloons are more in number on the stage? And how much more? Children, can you find if in this question should we use addition or subtraction? Oh wow, children! This is correct answer. In this question, we will use subtraction, because the number of blue balloons is more than pink balloons. For this, from 250, 125 is to be subtracted. And now we can see that the number of blue balloons are more than pink balloons by 125. When Gaggu was showing his magic, then Babban saw that Appu elephant was hiding behind the stage. Actually, Appu was the one releasing the balloons from behind the stage. Appu became nervous seeing Babban and out of fear started running across the stage. Seeing Appu, everyone understood that Gaggu was fooling them. What must have happened then? This you can understand very well. Children, in this lesson we learned when to use addition and when to use subtraction in a question or a puzzle. In the last lesson, we learned when to use addition or subtraction in puzzles. In this lesson, we will learn to create questions with addition and subtraction. One night, Chanda was returning from her shop. She found a book on the way. In the book, it was written, "There are some pictures here, and there is a blank space below them. Write the correct questions related to the picture in the blank space." Chanda picked up the book and took it to her home. This was the first picture in the book. Here, there are 20 gold coins in one pot and 16 gold coins in another pot. And there was a blank space below the picture where a question related to the picture was to be written. After thinking for a while, Chanda wrote down a question there. There are 20 gold coins in one pot and 16 gold coins in another pot. Then how many gold coins are there in total? Chanda has now made a question of addition. Children, we can also make addition questions like Chanda. To make addition questions, we use words like total number of things. Suddenly, the two pots filled with gold coins appeared in front of Chanda. Chanda was not able to believe her eyes. Children, can you make another question as well on this? Absolutely right. Here there are 20 gold coins in one pot and in another pot 16 gold coins. How many more coins are there in one pot from another? Likewise, we can make a subtraction puzzle as well. Now Chanda immediately turned the page of the book and she saw this picture. There are two diamond necklaces here. One necklace is 15 centimeters long and the second necklace is 22 centimeters long. Chanda immediately wrote this question. There are two diamond necklaces here. One necklace is 15 centimeters long and the other is 22 centimeters long. Which among these necklaces is longer and by how much? Children, Chanda has made a subtraction question here. Whenever we have to compare the difference between two numbers, then we can use subtraction. To create subtraction questions, words like how much more, how long, what is the difference, etc. can be used. On Chanda's neck, suddenly the 22-centimeter necklace appeared. Chanda started dancing happily. The next day, Chanda tells Babban about her magic book. Out of greed, Babban borrows the book from Chanda for a day. Chanda gives it to him happily. Babban opened the book very excitedly, and he thought that he would himself make a picture in the book and write the question. Babban made this picture. Then below that picture, Babban wrote this question. There are 15 lockers here. Out of those, 10 lockers contain diamond jewels. How many lockers are empty? The moment Babban wrote the question, 5 lockers appeared in front of him. Babban went mad in happiness. But as he opened the lockers, they all were empty. Babban became sad. He thought that this time he will make the picture with more thoughtfulness. But as he went near the book disappeared from there. Babban again started crying for becoming a victim of his greed. Children, in this lesson, we learned to create question puzzles of addition and subtraction.
Children, today we will learn to write any number in different ways using addition. Chanda squirrel, Bunny rabbit and Babban monkey decided to build a house in the forest. Babban told Chanda and Bunny that they should build a house together so that their house is the strongest. But Chanda and Bunny refused and said that they will build their own separate houses. Chanda collected 83 thin twigs for her house and built her own small house. She first used 50 green twigs and 33 brown twigs, but Chanda did not like the design of the house, so she rebuilt her house using 30 green twigs and 53 brown twigs. So how many thin twigs did Chanda use this time? Chanda again used only 83 thin twigs. Yes, children, any number can be represented by the addition of different pairs of numbers. Chanda can build her house with 83 thin twigs, choosing different combinations of green and brown twigs. Can you split this number in more ways? Bunny built his house with 124 pieces of wood. He built his house using 100 pieces of black wood and 24 pieces of yellow wood. If Bunny used 80 black wood and 44 yellow wood, would Bunny still have used only 124 wood? Children, you can find the answer to this question by using the process of adding two-digit numbers. Yes, Bunny will use a total of 124 sticks using 80 black and 44 yellow wood. We can write 124 in the following ways. Babban built a very simple house using only 78 bricks. He used 50 white colored bricks, 18 red colored bricks, and 10 brown bricks. Can Babban make a house with different combinations of white, red, and brown bricks and still use a total of 78 bricks? Let's complete this table and find the answer to this question. Well done, children. This table is filled in the right way. Finally, Chanda, Bunny, and Babban have built their houses. Children, in this lesson, we learned to write any number in different ways using addition. We will learn more about this in the next lesson. In the previous lesson, we learned to write any number in different ways using addition. In this lesson, we will see some interesting examples of it. Bablu does a lot of mischiefs. He often makes fun of other children. One day, an angel came in Bablu's dream and told him that if he does not stop his mischiefs, then his nose will grow longer every time he is mischievous. The next day, when Bablu woke up from his sleep, he thought that it was only a dream and he could go on doing mischiefs as usual. Bablu made fun of Raju and immediately his nose grew a little longer. Bablu got scared. Throughout the day, he kept doing mischiefs and his nose grew longer and longer. Bablu fell asleep at night, very sad. That night, the angel came again in his dream. Bablu asked the angel how he can fix his nose again. The angel told him that he would have to stop doing mischiefs and would also have to answer the questions asked by the angel over 2 riddles. Only then will his nose become normal. The angel showed Bablu these numbers and said that he will have to make 71 by adding these numbers in 3 different ways. And remember, he can only take 2 numbers at a time. The next day, Bablu roamed around sad throughout the day and did not do any mischief. But he was unable to find the answer to the angel's riddle. At the end of the day, he asked Chanda for help. Chanda added 60 and 11 to make 71. Then she added 70 and 1 to make 71 in the other way. And finally, she added 21 and 50 to make 71 in the third way. At night, Bablu showed Chanda's answers to the angel. Chanda's answers were correct. The angel made Bablu's nose slightly small. This time, she asked him to make 99 in 3 different ways. But this time, he can take only 3 numbers at a time. This time, there were more numbers and Chanda could not help him. Gaggu then helped Bablu in finding a solution to this puzzle. Gaggu made a list of what number would have to be added to get 99 from each number. Then, he removed those pairs of numbers that were not in the list given by the angel. In this way, Gaggu had 3 answers to the puzzle. At night, Bablu showed Gaggu's answer to the angel. Gaggu's answers were correct. The angel fixed Bablu's nose perfectly. Bablu promised never to do mischiefs again. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of writing any number in different ways using addition. Hello children. In this lesson, we will learn more about writing numbers in different ways. One day, Tufan the turtle saw a cave. As Tufan tried to open the door, a voice came from inside. If you want to find the treasure hidden in the cave, you have to open 3 doors. There is a puzzle on each door. When you find the right answer to the puzzle, that door will open. Suddenly, Tufan can see this question above that mark. Fill the numbers in the right places in the corners of the triangle in such a way that the addition of the numbers in each of the 2 corners is equal to the number written in between them. Tufan began to find an answer to the puzzle. First, he added 19 and 10. He got 29. Then he added 15 to 19 and got 34. Now, Tufan saw the numbers written on the side of the triangle. He noticed that on the side on which the number is 29, he can put the numbers 10 and 19 on 2 corners. And the side which has the number 34 written, he can put the numbers 19 and 15. In this way, Tufan put all the numbers in their correct places. Tufan's answer was absolutely correct. The first door of the cave opened. Now, Tufan entered the cave and saw another door. Tufan found this puzzle at the second door. Here is a windmill. Fill in the blanks on the windmill and open the next door. Let us find the answer to this puzzle with Tufan. Children, what do we have to do here? Let us first solve the addition question on the windmill. If we add 38 to 50, what will be the total? That's right, 88. Come, let's fill the blank space. Now, we will solve the subtraction question on the windmill. If we subtract 38 from 172, what will be left? Yes, we are left with 134. Let us fill it in the second blank on the windmill. Our puzzle is solved. Hey, the windmill started moving. Tufan too found the answer to the puzzle with us. The second door opens. Tufan started moving faster to reach the third door. At last, Tufan reached the third door. At the third and last door, Tufan saw this puzzle. Tufan has found the right answer to the puzzle. Now you too try to find the answer to this puzzle. The third door opened and Tufan found a lot of treasure. Children, in this lesson, we have seen some interesting examples of writing any number in different ways using addition.